the NBA has proposed an in-season tournament that it would not actually add any games other than the actual championship game to this in-season cup. Most of the games would be all regular season, and they would count towards that, and then you would get to the championship and then play out the rest of the year. What do you guys think? Do you like the idea? Do you hate the idea? What do you think?
It's weird because, like, I know, like, soccer does it, right? Yeah, but I also never know at soccer, like, what season we're ever in. You know, it's like all of a sudden it's like the World Cup, and then it's the Premier League, and then it's the FA Cup, and then it's the Champions Shield, and then it's the Champions League. It's like they just keep playing soccer until, you know, the lights turn off, basically, and create a new tournament every other month. So
Right.
it kind of has a soccer feel, but, like, nobody in the NBA is going to be like, oh, you were the mid-season champion. Like, nobody's going to honor that. So, it's cool. It's a wrinkle, but I don't. It's just not. It's one of those, like, it's not a traditional thing.
Yeah, I don't. As of right now, I don't like it. However, I didn't like the concept of the play-in game. Now I love it. But right now with the in-season tournament, I don't like it. It sounds way too complicated. It sounds way too, like, gimmicky. It sounds. I don't like it. I don't need it. I don't think anybody needs it. I just think just have a regular season. I don't care about tournaments. I just play your season. The guys can't even make it through a regular season anyways. Now you want to add a tournament to it?
I agree. I will say the one thing that I thought was interesting was the fact that they weren't going to add any extra games. It was just the only extra game is the actual championship game of the tournament. But say, you know, I don't know, LeBron wins the mid-season tournament. It's not like when he gets to retire, people are going to be like, oh, it makes him the GOAT. He won the mid-season tournament. Like, no, nobody's going to actually acknowledge that. It's mainly going to be like, oh, you won an all-star MVP? Like, good job. They don't even try for that. And even Mark Cuban said that most likely he'd be resting all of his starters if they actually had to do that kind of thing. Because why risk them getting hurt in a mid-season tournament that doesn't matter for anything compared to having them healthy for the finals? The NBA is trying too hard to get this same amount of viewers per game that the NFL is going to have, but that's just never going to happen. The NFL has 17 games for each team. So that means by default, every game is way more important in the NFL than each game in the NBA. The only way you're going to make each game that important in the NBA is by shortening the season, because then every game matters.
Or how about this? Tell your boys to stop sitting on the bench and get out there and play.
Stop adding dumb shit. Like the play-in, good idea, because it leads into the playoffs, which is what everybody wants to see.